Hey, what's up guys? Joe here, coming at you today with another base reading 101 video. Only this time around it's a Town Hall 9 versus Town Hall 10. The Town Hall 10 here is a fairly new Town Hall 10, a lot of Town Hall 9 defenses and mid-level Inferno Towers. The situation here was my number one guy had to attack the number one guy on the opposing team. Paradox is made up of Town Hall 9 and below, so we don't really have any Town Hall 10s. We do have one 9.5, but he hasn't been warring lately, so we run mostly Town Hall 9s and below. The backstory here is my number one guy contacted me today and says I need to hit number one, but I don't really know how to address it. And so we talked about it, came up with a plan, and he went in there and executed and did a pretty decent job. Actually did a lot better than what I thought he was going to do. So what we're going to do today is we're going to look at his plan, and then we're going to look at what I was seeing and how we came to the conclusion to execute the attack the way it was actually devised and worked out the way it did. He ended up getting more percentage than what I had planned for initially, and it actually worked out really well. And really, let's be frank, a lot of Town Hall 9s aren't really used to hitting Town Hall 10s. The Inferno Towers themselves tend to scare Town Hall 9s away because they're just not used to hitting them. So a lot of times we find ourselves, if we do have a situation like this where we have Town Hall 9 on Town Hall 10, even though we have a level 1 freeze at our disposal, we're not exactly sure how to address the bases due to the fact that we're not used to going into Inferno Towers. The biggest defense you have to worry about as a Town Hall 9 is the Expos. So that's the exclusive defense for Town Hall 9, and when it comes to Inferno Towers, you're just like, oh crap, I don't really know how to address this. So quick disclaimer before we get started, if you would attack this base differently, do drop your comments down in the comments section below, and let's hear what you would have done. These are purely my thoughts and what I'm seeing, and we all have different experiences. So yeah, let's not go ahead and get too overcritical on this. We were definitely helping Jason out to achieve what we needed to achieve in order to pull off the victory and keep our streak alive over in Paradox. So as this one wraps up, what we're going to do is we're going to go in and we're going to back the base up, and we're going to put everything back onto the map. And then we're going to go ahead and get into the planning process. First, we're going to look at Jason's plan. So he contacted me, said, you know, I need to hit this base. What do I do? I said, what's your plan? What do you have going on? So he sends me this screenshot. So basically what you're seeing, or what I was seeing here, was the black arrows are golems. The blue arrows are probably wizards. The white arrows are more than likely the heroes. And then the long orange arrow is Valkyries, rage spell, heal spell, and then the orange would be earthquake spells. So I kind of totaled it up, and you had 2 golems for 60 housing, about 6 wizards for 24 housing. Wall breakers, you'd have to bring about 7 or 8, because you have to have 3 level 5 wall breakers in order to crack open these walls. And then about 15 Valkyries, 3 earthquake spells, plus another one in your clan castle, rage spell, and heal spell. And then obviously his heroes, which are level 20 something. So it's not like he's maxed out on his heroes quite yet. But the problem that I looked at, or I saw in this screenshot, and what his plan was, is he had a very large spread on his golems, and he also was taking his group directly into both Inferno Towers at the same time. Now granted, we have to remember that we have level 4 golems, not level 5s. And it's actually a Town Hall 9 hitting a Town Hall 10, as I said before. So you have 10 beams coming out of these multi-target Inferno Towers going on 2 golems, which ends up being 4 golemites, and then about 6 wizards. It's kind of thin. It's very thin going in like this. And really, you're not really securing the outside structures, getting rid of all the outside structures with the wizards due to the fact that there's 1 golem in the south and then 1 golem over in the west. So there's a large wide gap on the golems, and then he's really taking a gamble of losing wizards in the process, which eventually leads to no wizards and all golems, and maybe not all of the outside structures being taken out. And this is where I like to use baby dragons instead of the wizards, because they put off more damage per second than the wizard does, especially when they're spread out and enraged. So I just really wasn't feeling it. I wasn't feeling this composition at all. And then also with him coming down from the southwest and moving northeast, the problem that I saw here was that clan castle that's in a really poor position would end up coming in and flanking, and we already knew that there was Valkyries in the clan castle, so they'd have just gone in and assisted the Inferno Towers in taking out the golems and the rest of his troops, and probably would have stumped it, this attack at maybe 1 star, and we really needed 2 on this Town Hall 10. So first things first, I loved the Valkyries. The Valkyries do wonders under a rage. They're really fast, and that's what we needed in this case. I told Jason to go ahead and dump the 2 golems. We didn't need those. That's 60 housing tied up for something that we could use on the outside of the base to assist the Valkyries to go exactly where we wanted them to go. And then also, when I first looked at this base, I want them to come in from the northwest and go into one Inferno and not both Infernos. That way we're only taking on 5 beams and not 10. So what we're going to do is we're going to start on the west side of the base, and what I ended up doing was checking the range on the air defense to make sure that there were structures on the outsides of the base not within its range. And then I also checked this archer tower down here as well, and it identified that the builder's hut and the 2 dark elixir drills, as well as the army camp itself, fell on the outside of any type of defensive structure that would attack a baby dragon. So I knew that I could get a handful of structures here in order to be cleared by a baby dragon, and then for it to be strong enough to move in and take out a couple more structures in the process. So that's one side of the funnel set up. Now we're going to move into the northern portion of the base and set the other side of the funnel. I wanted to use a queen walk in the north due to the fact that I wanted to take out this clan castle as well as the enemy barbarian king. I knew that raging the queen and healers would get rid of those fairly easy, and Jason just brought in a poison for extra measures instead of a 4th earthquake spell. I also checked the range on the air defense down here, and we're going to bring a 2nd baby dragon over here where this gold mine is and take out the gold mine, the barracks, and the elixir pump. And what this would do was force the archer queen south and have her take out structures moving south, meeting up where the other baby dragon was in the south, and basically it would cause our Valkyries to go nowhere but to where we want them to go, setting up both sides of the funnel, and it really kind of leaves our Valkyries where nowhere else to go other than directly into this Inferno Tower. And he used 3 earthquake spells where the Inferno Tower is to loosen up or weaken the walls, and then he was going to rage his Valkyries, just go in and start gutting the core of this base. So basically what we did was set up a really good funnel, and he's got his baby dragon down right now in the east, and it works his way in. He brings a couple of wizards to assist with this process due to the ranges of the cannon and archer tower not being there to stop the wizard. He gets his other baby dragon down in the north and gets the queen walk down and start moving. 2nd baby dragon's already taken out the gold mine and now working on the barracks. Clan castle's been triggered. He goes ahead and rages his queen and his healers and gets a poison down to work on those Valkyries, and we've already lost both of our baby dragons, but it's just enough to force that archer queen to go exactly where we want her to go. She goes in and takes out the archer tower, and now she's maneuvering her way south like we wanted her to do, leaving not a lot of things for the Valkyries to get detoured on and go anywhere else other than where we wanted them to go. So the archer queen's working on the clan castle, taking a lot of damage right now. Weaker queen, but he gets the job done. He uses her ability right there to take out that gold storage, and now another elixir pump. Drops his king to work on a couple more structures with additional help of the wizards, and then he had dropped his earthquakes prior to that, and now the Valkyries are all dropped. He rages them Valkyries. I told him to bring bowlers just for extra reach, but you don't necessarily need to use bowlers in this case. You could have brought more Valkyries, and Valkyries are in. They do a great job of doing exactly what I wanted them to do under rage, and they actually go in and take out a lot more than I had planned. Even with the expos and the Inferno Towers working on them, there's still a handful of Valkyries working their way out to some more percentage on the outside of the base. They got over 50% at this point, plus the Town Hall. And the bowlers were just completely unnecessary. I just said bring them just in case. You never really know, especially when they're under rage. They tend to take out a couple of additional structures that the Valkyries just can't reach. So that was all me. He didn't really need to bring those. I just suggested it just in case, due to the fact that we had them available in the clan at the time. I would definitely substitute those with the other Valkyries or more Valkyries, level 5 Valkyries if you can get them. At this point, it's basically wrapped up. 77% is really what we wanted. We wanted 50% in order to get the 2-star. Did a wonderful job there. And looking back on it, we probably could have brought Hogs for the back end and possibly secured the 3-star on the number 1 base. We were just trying not to be too overzealous, and especially with last-minute planning and doing it through a phone. So we got it done. Let me know if this type of content interests you, assists you in any form or fashion. That way I can plan to do more of them. And drop your comments below. And thanks for watching, guys.